Hello, name is John here from Life Academy. I want to talk to you tonight about something I think is very important. We think about life and the proper way to live. Now, wouldn't it be strange if we really understood that we're doing things wrong? Wouldn't it be strange if we found out that we were living our lives in a way that was just totally wrong and that there was a better way to live? And the whole world is making a mistake, and that the Word of God, the religious side, is not as important as the practical side. What I'm trying to say is this. I've been recently looking at some videos and reading books and reports about healthy living. And one thing I realized is that people who eat a healthy lifestyle, way of living, or let's just say people who have a healthy lifestyle or have a healthy diet, live better. They look better, they live longer, and their bodies give them more functionality. Now, we know that there are things such as like fancy restaurants. There's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's Wendy's, there's Popeye's Chicken. There's all kind of restaurants you can go to. But if you look at what makes man live better, then you say to yourself, why are we living this way? Now, for example, up to the 1800s and 1900s, people ate a sensible diet which contained grains and carbohydrates and protein, and it didn't include a vast amount of sugar or processed meat. There was meat, but the main diet was a lot of, like rice and potatoes. And there was some bread, corn, but it wasn't a lot of meat. And people lived better. There was very low incidence of heart attacks, cancer, diabetes, and things like that. But in the modern age now, where people started to go into the cities and we started to make things more available, having the stores and the restaurants and food that was prepared for us, we started to take on more things that were unnatural, and then we started to develop these diseases. So we think to ourselves, okay, well, what is the natural way for us to live? If you look at us as being like any other animal on this earth, then we would eat what animals should eat. Now, the way our teeth and our esophagus and our stomach and our digestive systems are put together, we're really not made to like rip and tear. Our hands is made to grab things and to pull things, but we're not really able to tackle things. Also, we can't eat meat without cooking it. Okay, we have to use fire to break it down so we can ingest it and it won't affect us. And so, just a question: how would our life be if we decided that we should go back to natural sources and just see what it's like? We know that there is a high incidence of high blood pressure and heart attacks, strokes, and cancer. Now, there was a time when it may have been maybe like 1 in 20, 1 in 10, 1 in 8, 1 in 7 would get one of these diseases. Now it's almost 50-50. The chance of you getting diseases that will kill you based on your health of your heart or of your brain or your body are very high because of the things that we eat. So, reading a study that said that one of the main components to health is omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are good for your body, and they help your organs and your body to work better. And we tend to eat a lot of omega-6. And so it's like we forget that our body is a machine. Like your car is a machine, and it runs on fuel, and it has to be like oil changed and tires rotated. So there are things that we have to do to keep our car running in an optimal way. And the more we use it, the more we have to make sure it works. We understand that our bodies, for example, when you're young, when you exercise, you get sore. When you get older, when you stand up, you get sore. When you walk, you get sore. When you sit down, you get sore because we're not using our body. We're not exercising. We're not doing what we should do. The body was made to live until it no longer is able to, which means it would probably just shut down at one point. And I guess heart attack or stroke or something like that, it's a shutdown. But cancer is a disease which continues to permeate, and it overtakes the host and it kills the body over time. So let's go back to nature and see if we can develop a sense of our own bodies to make us live better. So try just for a week to eat fruit and vegetables and to avoid things which cause deleterious results to the body, such as bread, such as dairy, even meat, even processed meat. See if you can go for a week just being natural. It's not a religious thing, it's not a diet thing, it's more of a science type way of looking at yourself and say, okay, let me see what my body really needs to live. So if I'm thirsty, I'll drink water. If I'm hungry, I'll eat fruit and vegetables. I'll make my natural juices, or I can find more natural juices that are out there. There are some juices you can find in the grocery stores which are not artificially made, and they won't last a long, long time. Unlike the kind of juice you find in bottles that are on the shelf and they've been sitting there for 6 months, they can last for a year. If a juice lasts for a year, it's not natural, it's been processed. Things in cans. So try to look at your body in a scientific way and research your own health and see if your body doesn't function better. I was reading something that's talking about people can go on a plant-based diet and reverse heart disease and diabetes and live better. Or you can live on a animal protein or animal-based diet when you're going to be suffering. And it's just sad how people are not trying to live their best life as opposed to trying to live their best moments. What I mean is they're sacrificing the longevity of life for a quick pleasure, which only lasts for as long as they can do this thing. Like you can drink alcohol, you go out and you get drunk, but you might have fun drinking, but you're going to suffer for it later. Or eating junk food, or having sex with multiple partners, and just doing things that really aren't going to benefit you in the long run to keep you here and healthy for many, many years. And so again, I'm talking about health because it's a real thing. And as you get older, your body starts to show the effects of not living healthy. You start to, people start to lose their teeth. Why? Because they didn't take care of them when they were young. They didn't floss, they didn't brush. The effects were cumulative. And now the dentist says, we got to take your teeth out. Or people start to get osteoporosis, or they start to get diabetes. They start to, lose the ability to do things that were natural because they weren't keeping themselves in check. And it's like when in a car, you're driving on something, the engine light comes on, and you say, oh, something's wrong, I got to go and check the engine. We can't do that with ourselves. We don't have a light that just comes on. We might get a pain, we might get a symptom, we might get a blurriness or dizziness or something. That's like the light coming on, the check engine light is coming on, but we dismiss it. Nah, it's nothing. Look at what you were doing. Look at what you were thinking, what you environmentally get yourself over to. and make a difference. I want to live as long as I can, but also I want to live as healthy as I can. Whenever I see somebody who's really old and they're bent over and they're just not taking care of their appearance, not taking care of their body, they're having to use, a walker or a cane, and I feel sad for that person because I realize that something could have been done. And again, I'm not judging people, but I'm saying that a lot of people don't look at their body in the long run. They look at it in the short run. So they say, I want to give myself over to these pleasures, but I'm not going to look into the future. So we have to go back and see what we were doing and make a difference. So that's my advice. The advice is to myself as well. Go for a week eating vegetables and fruit and drinking water and being natural. If it wasn't found in nature, try to avoid it. And even meat. Meat is found in nature, but you can't eat it in its natural state. Okay? You couldn't just bite into a cow. You couldn't just tear into a pig. You have to kill it, process it, prepare it, and then eat it. But an apple, you just grab it off the tree. Banana, you just take the peel off it. And so if you can see the benefits of it, then you can see the usefulness of it as a continual way of living, not just a one-time thing. And you said that was nice, like going on vacation. You might go to Hawaii because it's a paradise, but you can't afford to stay there. So let's find a way of living which is paradise to us, and we can't afford to go there. We can't afford to live our lives eating a mixture of things that taste good but also help us to live better, and also to avoid sitting down all the time. Avoid trying to get all you can in one sitting, but to let things kind of do things that are going to help you in the long run. You can watch TV, but you don't got to watch 8 hours of TV. It's why you have the VCR. You can tape things. You can on demand. You can get it later. You don't have to spend all your time on the internet watching countless Facebook postings. You can watch for 5 minutes and move on, but read a book, do some writing, call somebody and speak and talk. Learn something, do something, be something, and then you have something you can look forward to. The one thing that I really feel gifted in this world is the fact that we can make recordings like the videos I'm making. These are recordings that I can, have out there for the rest of my life and beyond. People can watch these videos because we're trying to build a legacy for our families and for our friends and for the community. And so it's why I love making these videos. But we have to live a better life. We have to make our lives worthy of living in it. It's not just about existing. It's about being able to sense that you are really doing something special, that your life means something, that if you weren't here, you would be missed, that if you didn't say it, it wouldn't have been said, and the fact that you said it, it meant something to somebody. So people like me to make videos on math, and I love to do that. But what about you? What are you leaving to the world? What video do you produce that I want to watch? And they're out there. Many people have many videos that I have watched and I've learned from. So, but it's all about filling the tank and enjoying the ride, because what's inside of your tank will support you to your destination. This is John from Life Academy. Thank you for watching. Please like and comment, subscribe, and also share. And also, when you watch the video, don't just watch it one time. If you get something out of it, watch it again. Take notes and learn, because this is not just for me, this is for you. Life Academy. Thank you. Have a great day.